¿Qué tal, amigos de CINEGamers? Y bienvenidos a un nuevo video de Thronebreaker The Witcher Tale con su buen amigo el Peter, que el día de hoy les trae el episodio número 101. Y hoy sí, no vamos a llegar a 200, amigos, estamos muy cerca del final. O sea, tampoco voy a decir que en el 102 lo acabamos, pero 120 exagerándole, así ya yéndome al too much. Y más los videos de las guías de coleccionables, y que además al parecer no voy a sacar todos los logros en esta vuelta, entonces voy a tener que revisar por qué no los saqué, si fueron algunos bugs o si de plano había algo extra que no hubiera hecho. Y pues bueno, en nuestro último video el buen calzoncillo tuvo su acertijo, que bueno, ese perro me cae muy bien. Me recuerda mucho a Sardinilla en Guanta, hace prácticamente lo mismo. Entonces, vámonos para acá. Si cuando te dicen, bueno, pues hay algunas cosas que puede ser que todavía no hayas deshecho. ¿Qué? ¿Que ya lo hiciste todo? ¡Hijo de tu Pink Floyd! Entonces, como ya lo hicimos todo, nos venimos para acá.
In evading Nilfgaard's banners, Meve led her force into Angren's wildest reaches. The foe could not attack the Lyrians there, yet hazards of another sort befell them. One day they reached a quagmire too vast and deep to ford. So the Queen summoned her engineer, Xavier, and called on him to build a makeshift bridge. By nightfall, he had drawn up plans.
We shall start by laying abutments, then drive piles into the mire.
The depth?
We dropped plumb lines. 4 ells.
Seen by the plans, Meve did not see as Xavier slipped a line off his shoulder. By the time she felt it on her throat, she feared it might be too late.
I long awaited this moment, when we would be alone. You die now, Majesty, and with you dies Lyria's, the whole North will to resist. Hail, Ketzer, hail!
What died was the Nilfgaardian rallying cry in Xavier's throat. At the last instant, Gascon and Reynard rushed in to save the warrior queen, and thus proved their loyalty beyond any doubt.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
There was no answer, but Reynard could hear her breathe. Meve would live.
Bueno, eso sí no la vi venir, ¿eh?
It was several hours later when Meve finally came to. She opened her eyes, then Gascon and Reynard helped her to her feet.
Nunca usé la carta, así que me vale madres. No te voy a sufrir como sufrir con otras cartas.
Careful, Your Majesty.
No me podría haber valido menos.
Damn it. If you two hadn't...
No need for words. You needn't mention it.
I couldn't disagree more. We're due for a long conversation. First of all, I owe you thanks. Second, my trust in you both has been heavily tarnished. I believe that goes without saying. Yet today you proved beyond all doubt that I can rely on you. So I thank you.
To serve under your banner, Majesty, it is an honor.
Y mejoramos la carta. Genial. Qué bueno que no me deshice de él. Me pregunto qué hubiera pasado si me hubiera deshecho de ellos. Si hubiera acabado el juego aquí.
Reynard seems to have the right idea.
Very well. We've reassured ourselves of admiration for one another enough. We've matters to which we must attend. I trust as I lay there dead to the world, you did not sit about with your thumbs up your bums. Have you at least learned why Xavier betrayed us, sided with the Empire?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Your Grace, the rogue who lunged at you, in truth, was one Gwalter ep Luinoch, a Nilfgaardian spy.
This discovery you made how?
We found in his toolbox a concealed compartment, letters inside. Though encrypted, we managed to decipher them. They were the Grey Rider for you to read.
A swine. An Imperial spy in my ranks this whole time. But to wait so long to strike, why?
he'd only just received the order. Another letter in the box, signed by General Eb Dahi, stated, "To Gwalter Eb Luinoch, eliminate M at first opportunity."
Honourless bastards. They'll stop at nout.
Now, Maeve, you'll gain nout by getting riled. No sense to it. This is good news, in fact.
Is that so?
Think. Ep Dahi had a spy in our midst. He knew our movements, had his eye on us, his finger on the pulse. He knew our plans, who we parlayed with, and yet he didn't order your assassination. For you posed no threat. Well, clearly so much changed. Congratulations. Nilfgaard fears you now.
And rightly so. Just a moment, that makes no sense. He saved my life in Mahakam, on the bridge.
He did, for he had to.
In one of the letters we found, Ep Dahi orders Gwalter to watch over Elder-in-Chief Hoog. The Scoia'tael in the mountains was sent there by Nilfgaard to recruit dwarves, but their commander, the Vixen, they feared she'd attack Pruva himself, something Eb Dahi wished to avoid.
Naturally. For someone else could seize power, someone not so neutrally inclined. Someone more likely to aid me, gods forbid. But we found him in the rubble at Rosberg, midst the ashes.
Precisely what placed him beyond suspicion.
We suspect Gwalter enlisted with the Edanians some years past, infiltrated that army.
He had a hand in Rosberg's defense. Then, when the time was right, he lent that same hand to its demise. Caused an explosion that tore a hole through its walls. It worked, but at a price. He suffered severe burns. If not for our medics, he'd have...
Stop. So it was not elves who brought about the fort's fall as he claimed.
A filthy lie to stoke the fires of racial hatred, to stir conflict and chaos and rage that would make the realm of Edirn waver and fall.
If we're to judge by Rayla's actions, he was rather successful.
Bastard. Yet even so badly hurt, in such pain, not for a moment did he drop his mummer's act.
I've heard much of Nilfgaardian spies, Your Grace. They're trained from childhood, face constant indoctrination. They do anything for the Emperor, anything and everything. As soon as Gwalter spotted a chance to join our ranks, to be at your side, he took it, exploited it ably.
To be brief, I've traitors all about me.
Your Grace, you resent our actions, I understand, but...
You, Willem, the Cad Caldwell, Gascon, Gabor, finally Xavier. Tell me how. How am I to trust anyone?
You can't.
Uy, qué duro.
Amongst all the realms in the north, you're Nilfgaard's sole
Estás
bride.
condenada.
One remaining threat. All other rulers, either soundly defeated and enchained, or tails tween their legs, they've donned Nilfgaard's leash. The Black-Clads will do all to destroy you, if not upon the field, then in secret, with an assassin and a quick, sharp blade.
What's left? Prayer. Melitele too is sure to turn and take Nilfgaardian gold sooner or later. We've talked enough. We must form up. Move on.
Majesty, you ought to rest. You stand swaying. Your step can't be too sure.
Only my horse needs step true.
Maeve, you've just about had the life choked out of you. No time to play the hero.
I'm not Gascon. Quite the opposite, actually. These damn swamps, they terrify me. I wish to get the hell out and never, ever look back.
The Yaruga lies near. I sent scouts ahead. They've secured a barge. We can sail to Red Lobington.
Splendid. Sound the horns. We march.
Bueno, insisto, el men me daba igual. Digo, lo único que hice se ven que dije, ah, bueno, es que me dio Isbel. Sin él, pues seguramente no hubiera tenido la carta más puerca del juego y me hubiera metido en un chingo de pedos monumentalmente, pero gracias a él la conseguí, así que traidores, pero eso es lo que también disfruto del juego y de muchas otras cosas, que tenga este tipo de detalles. 9 de 9, como les había dicho, así son 9 cofres en total, por si alguien lo dudaba.
Sandflies and mosquitoes blanketed Maeve's face and neck. She did not bother to brush them away. She'd been in Angren long enough to know more would come in their place.
Your Majesty,
Reynard called from behind.
our scouts have returned. We've a large force of blackclads on our tail, infantry and horsemen, and they draw nearer.
Blast!
Maeve wiped away the sweaty hair stuck to her brow.
What say you, Reynard? Shall we give them a fight?
We're but a few miles from the river where a barge awaits. It makes no sense to battle now.
Though near her strength's end, Maeve stepped up her pace. She could not wait to stand upon a barge deck and leave Angren's infernal bogs behind. Alas, in place of the promised vessel, they found only severed moorings.
No! No, it can't be!
Suddenly, Maeve drove her fist into the trunk of the nearest tree. Fortunately, a soft and rotted one.
This isn't so!
Your Grace, have mercy. I stepped away but for a spell,
Croaked a scout, pale as a ghost.
and thieves jumped out the underbrush. Fell upon it. Whole band of them. A white-haired warrior, a minstrel, and a lass what had a bow.
Well, is that all?
Interrupted Gascon.
No vampire sat upon an ass with no saddle? You cocked up, man, damn it. Maeve, what now?
The Queen turned back towards the swamp. Between the trees, she glimpsed a golden sun glimmering upon a banner.
We shall discuss that later,
Said the Queen, drawing her sword.
provided we survive.
Ok. Pues sí, vamos a tener que pelear. Entonces, bueno, decisiones que uno toma y la verdad es que no me arrepiento de nada. Tengo que admitir que este juego en cuestión de decisiones ha sido uno de los más difíciles que he jugado en toda mi vida. No he jugado absolutamente todos los juegos que existen en la Tierra, pero yo personalmente sí que me ha tomado un trabajal en las decisiones de este juego. Entonces es una batalla corta, lo cual nos da a... Obviamente yo aquí hice una edición hasta que me salieron las cartas que necesitaba, porque luego dices, es que ¿por qué siempre tienes las cartas que necesitas en la mano? Porque pues si no me salen, me rindo y lo vuelvo a intentar y lo vuelvo a intentar y lo vuelvo a intentar hasta que me dan las cartas que quiero. Que mínimo tiene que ser Isbel, o sea, Isbel y 3 de los dudes que invocan y rogar a la suerte a que salga de ahí Reynard. Reynard puedo medio imprescindir de él porque hay veces que tengo toda la mesa llena y hay veces que ni siquiera me da oportunidad de hacer una segunda Isbel. Entonces es una carta con la cual puedo decir ok, pero la que sí de plano tiene que estar sí o sí es Isbel. Isbel y mínimo 2 y 2 así ya jugándotela muchísimo. 3 es lo ideal para irte a la segura de lo que vas a convocar. Entonces mira, se están inflando. Entonces pongo este también acá para que también lo infle a él. Y todos ganamos ahí. Él lo infla el mío. Sin albur, señores, sin albur. Vaya, miren quién decidió aparecer. Inmunidad. Creo que inmunidad es la mejor opción aquí. Se la voy a dar obviamente a esta carta y alguna de estas, por si cualquier cosa. El señuelo, porque pues, técnicamente ya tiene todas las cartas importantes. tienes el señuelo para volver a jugar al menos una vez otro tamborcillo. No le veo tan mala jugada. Ese daño que me hacen, perfecto, Isbel se lo está agradeciendo. Y dice, sí, sigue golpeándolos, papá, sigue golpeándolos. Que ahorita que los cure te vas a arrepentir de todos esos putazos que les metiste. Es decir, no, yo solo estaba jugando, lo juro. Yo tengo casi todo el campamento al máximo. Está bien, está bien. Acá abajo para aplicar el 1-2. El siguiente turno ya podré volver a usar la habilidad de Maeve.
Wise choice.
Está bien, está bien. Bueno, pues ahí se me acaba la oportunidad que quería.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Algo como por aquí. Nada más deja que saque a la vieja confiable. Sí tendrá que ser abajo para que gane 3 puntos. Más el punto por el cuerno son 8. Que ustedes ya lo saben. Más la armadura que son 10 puntos. Que me ayudaría a resistir. Sí, creo que es la mejor opción en este caso. Pero bueno, vamos a ver qué hace la computadora. Que, como le encanta tardarse a esa pequeña computadora. Está bien, está bien. Ayuda a la buen Isbel a ponerse más ponchada. Isbel te lo agradece.
I hoped we could solve this some other way.
Pues nada más tenemos que esperar que no me golpee. Con estos 200 la humillación estará completa. Está bien, está bien. Aplicamos la sanación, claro está. Y después de aplicar la sanación, aplicamos el overpower, el obliterate. Y como no me la mataron, entonces puedo usar el Merlot Lirio para ponchar a la pequeña Isbel y que se vuelva la gigante Isbel. Maldita computadora, te tardas un chingo. Admite tu derrota, computadora. Fui más inteligente que tú. Te diseñaron mal. Acéptalo. Fuiste diseñada mal.
Yes.
Ok. Así de, ya casi la matabas, pero no. Y dejé la bomba al final para que se le hiciera el mayor daño posible a algunas cuantas cartas que van a ser como 4. Sí, 4 porque una va a morir y una está a punto de entrar en la área de daño. 4 que le voy a hacer el máximo daño y a la demás que le voy a hacer al menos un buen daño.
Kerze.
Sí, pues ya, yo de mi lado estoy completo, que él siga haciendo lo que quiera. Gracias al fuego él está perdiendo más cartas. Y aunque sí, puta, en serio, digo, ya lo dije hace un par de videos, como antes sufría, o sea, no, es que son mis habilidades y ese men me la mete. Y ahora el pobrecillo no tiene ni cómo hacer algo contra mí. Cuando estás ponchado, ¿qué más te puedo decir?
Near the battle's end, Meve faced a black-clad officer. Nimbly dodging his strike, she countered. The Queen's sword sank deep, the hilt rattling his breastplate. A rush of hot blood covered Meve's hands. The winged helmet toppled from the officer's head, exposing a sweaty face, gasping for breath.
When?
Before the Queen stood a ruddy-haired boy with long eyelashes. He was Willem's age, perhaps a bit older. His body slumped, then disappeared beneath the malodorous foam atop the murky waters. Meve cast away her sword as if it had burned her hand.
Majesty, what is it? Are you hurt?
Reynard said, rushing to her side.
No, I'm not. It's fine. Give the order to march. With no barge, we must walk to Red Lobington along the riverbank.
Your Majesty, we must tend to the wounded. Use the rest of the day, I wager.
We ain't time enough for that.
Interjected Gascon.
That was but the vanguard sent in pursuit to slow us down. And even so, they outnumbered us 2 to 1. What happens when the main force arrives? We must flee. Now.
And abandon the injured, to bleed to death in the mud.
Alas, Reynard, yes. Unless you'd rather we stayed and died with them.
Pues que descansen, se lo merecen.
Gascon is right. Should Nilfgaard close the distance between us, we'll stand little chance.
Whew. At least you've the sense to...
But I would sooner perish than let my men rot in this accursed swamp. The medics will tend to all the wounded. Then, what will be, will be.
I tell you what'll be.
Snarled Gascon.
Ep Dahil take a butcher's hook and gut you. Then hang you from Lyria capital's walls. Yet, if this be your wish...
Meve waited for the medics to sew the last stitch, tie off the last bandage. Only then did she order her force to move out. At the column's end, upon stretchers, lay those without the strength to walk, consumed by fever, dazed or unconscious, dying. Fatigued and laden with the wounded, the Lyrians moved slow as molasses. Soon, Nilfgaard's forward elements had caught up. The Blackclads nipped at the Lyrians' tail with arrow volleys from the cover of trees and occasional forays by cavalry. They were in no hurry. They could torment their foes, weaken their spirit before the final clash.
Ok amigos, pues muchas gracias por haber visto este video, espero haberlos ayudado y pues ya lo estaré viendo en cualquier otro video de Thronebreaker, The Went o cualquier otra idea que tenga para ustedes. Bye bye.